さんげらく無常釈迦如来二遊道上三げらく無常実法如来二遊道上三げらくアロン調整願必死無常道悲願不満足性不上昇学我を無量
するいちこもとみのるからだ清見溝口マイク有馬イサム杉松米子寺山ジョージタケシ渡辺ミスエ小松三井光子伊吹ジョージトノジョ川崎東京豊島Nancy Mikami, Noriko Tanabe, Yooko Watanabe, Stanley Doi, Sayoko Kawasaki, Kazuko Watanabe, Hiroshi Nakai, Ben Yamada, Doris Sagara, Yae Mikami, Keo Terayama, Amy Kato.
閉塞小悪道通達全修本高層上満足いよろじぽ日月修十期天候音符圏一周解放像公正功徳法上大集中説法四式供養一切仏具 Gusoku shu toku hon, ganne shitten joman, toku isan gai yo, yobuten muge chi, tsudaten mi husho, gangaku erik, toshi sai sho son, shigan yakoka, daisen okando, koku sho tenin, to uchin myoke. Namandambu, 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 namandambu. Ganishikudoku Byodo Sei Isai Dohoten Bodai Ishin Hoyo
The Golden Chain. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Good morning. Welcome to our virtual service, and thank you for joining us today. Please join me in Gasho for a reading from the collected works of Shinran. The ocean of Amida's vow of wisdom is vast and deep, unfathomable. Those who hear the name and aspire for birth all reach Amida's land. Today we dedicate our service to those who have gone before us to the pure land of perfect peace. During this month and years gone by, we remember our friends, family, and Dharma ancestors with warmth and happiness. By keeping the memories of our loved ones alive, we can conceivably better understand ourselves. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida. When Buddhism first came to Japan, the growth of various schools or sects were closely related to and influenced by the structure of the state bureaucracy, which was itself in the initial stages of development. Early on in Buddhism was recognized as a state religion, and therefore it was incorporated into the bureaucratic system of the central government. During the Nara and the Heian period, these schools identified the religious sphere with the national community. During that period, the Tendai and Shingon schools evolved into religions associated solely with the elite, for whom they offered various magical religious type rites. But later, during the Kamakura period, new schools began to emerge. The founders of these new schools had all studied at the Tendai Center on Mount Hiei. But they became dissatisfied with the ceremonies and the dogma and the perceived corruptions of monastic life and the rigid transmission of clerical office. Instead, these religious leaders stressed personal religious experience, simple piety, spiritual exercise, intuition, and charisma. Honen and Shinran and Nichiren and others sought to declare their independence and attempted to establish specifically religious societies independent from the central government. In the religious communities that surrounded Shinran, distinctions between the clergy and the laity were eliminated. Shinran himself was married and had children. But this declaration of independence did not go unnoticed. Shinran at that time was a member of Honen's group of followers. Honen's group did not escape criticism and opposition from the old schools. As his teaching became better known, essentially Honen proposed that the Nembutsu recitation was fully capable of bringing the highest enlightenment to all people, saint or sinner. It undercut the traditional Buddhist establishment. In addition, it undermined the folk religious tradition, since Amida was the sole spiritual power in the universe. And as a result of some indiscretions and the insensitivity of a few of his followers, complaints arose from other Buddhist temples. This is Honen's followers. Eventually, the conversion of two women in the court to his teachings through their relationship with some of his disciples led to their execution and the prohibition and abolition of the movement by exiling the leaders and the members, including Shinran. This took place while the former emperor Gotoba was in power. Monks of the Kofukuji they accused Honen of being an enemy of the Dharma, and they presented a petition to the court to the effect that there was lawless conduct among Honen's disciples. But because of these groundless rumors, Honen and 7 of his disciples were exiled anyway, and 4 other disciples were executed. Shinran criticized this event in the Kyogyo Shinsho because of its injustice and lack of real investigation. But however, Honen and Shinran parted, never to meet again. This was in the year 1207, and Shinran was about 35 years old at the time. He went to Echigo in northern Japan, and Honen went to Tosa in Shikoku. The period of exile lasted about 5 years or so. But when it ended, Shinran began propagation of the Nembutsu teachings in the eastern provinces of Japan. Thus, the great tradition of Jodo Shinshu began with Shinran's declaration of independence from other Buddhist schools. Now today, the 4th of July, also known as Independence Day, is incredibly significant in American history, as it marks the day the United States officially became its own nation, the day that celebrates the country's separation from the British Empire. The Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 4th, 1776, and therefore America was born. This Declaration of Independence, with its eloquent assertion that all men are created equal, is beloved by the American people. Another document loved by all Americans is our Constitution and amendments that provides the legal and governmental framework for the United States. The First Amendment guarantees freedoms concerning religion, expression, assembly, the right to petition. It forbids Congress from both promoting one religion over others and restricting an individual's religious practice. And it guarantees freedom of expression by prohibiting Congress from restricting the pass or the rights of individuals to speak freely. Our founding fathers gave us these documents upon which our nation was built so that today we may enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy. Like the founding fathers of our nation, our master Shinran is the founder of our Shin Buddhist tradition. He's been called the original Buddhist rebel because he broke with Japanese tradition to start a religion of radical egalitarianism, the doctrine that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities. Through his actions, he opened the benefits of Buddhism to everyone, regardless of age, social status, race, color, or creed. So today, to close my talk, please join me again in Gassho. Even though the great thousandfold world be filled with fire, pass through immediately to hear the Buddha's name. Those who hear the name, rejoice and praise, will all attain birth in that land. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. I hope you can celebrate America's birthday with a festival or a parade or fireworks or a barbecue or sparklers or any other festive activity, or just stay home and spend time with your friends and family. Thank you for listening to my Dharma message today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.